Hey there, I'm Angela. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back, and welcome to another episode of Friday Sews. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope that your weekend's going well. It's Saturday as I'm filming this. Big thanks to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room who started this hashtag that we all have come to love so much, whether we're making videos, watching videos, both, whatever. I think we've all come to love these Friday Sews videos so much. It's where we can catch up with each other, see how everyone's week went. And I do have some good news to share with you guys as far as sewing. I finished my glissando skirt. It's hanging there. And I will show you guys how it turned out with me wearing it here in just a few minutes. And before we get into that, I did also want to say thank you guys so much for all the comments on last week's Friday Sews videos. I had kind of asked for your input, showed you some patterns that I was thinking about for my really pretty piece of fabric here. That's the wrong side of the fabric there, the inside of it, so it's not as vibrant, or the back side of the fabric. And I had showed you guys some patterns I was considering for this dress. I appreciated all the feedback. I did end up going with this very simple McCall's pattern, M8281. I'm doing this view here. I made some modifications to it, which I will share with you once I finish the dress and show you how it turned out. But a couple of you guys had some other takes on which type of pattern I should make with this fabric, and I appreciated hearing that. And it kind of gave me like pause to think about it, and did I still want to go with this one? And of course, like I mentioned, I did end up going with this one, but it did give me some food for thought, and I always appreciate those kind of comments that maybe differ from my own thought process a little bit, and it makes me think, and it's always helpful for future use. If I get into a quandary again, I don't just immediately jump into something. I kind of think about it and weigh all aspects of it. So I love that. Thank you guys so much. And other than finishing the glissando skirt, of course I did start on this dress here. I went ahead and ordered a Kallax unit from IKEA. I'll put a picture up here. I'm getting ready to do some little bit of changes in my sewing room. And I'm going to actually, once I get finished, I will film, like I'll finally do that studio tour that I've been promising you guys. And I will do a little bit of before and after. So you'll see how it looks now. And it's not really going to be radically different. The only thing that's going to change is the base of my sewing table that you guys are on right now. But it will kind of change like the whole look and feel of the room. I think just making that one change, like changing just one aspect, is going to really give it a better feel to the room. But I will show you guys that. I'll take you along with me, the befores, the afters, the whole thing. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping to get that assembled and set up maybe this evening or maybe tomorrow or Monday. So maybe by next Friday, so I'll have that to share with you guys. So fingers crossed there. And that's about all I've done that's sewing related this week. In life, it's been pretty quiet. We've just been kind of hunkering down at this dreadful heat wave that we've been having. And last weekend on Sunday, we did go to a birthday celebration at my in-laws, and I hadn't seen them in a little while, so it was kind of fun to see everybody there and catch up. I enjoyed that a lot. And that's about it. This might be a short one. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'm going to go ahead and put some clips of me wearing the glissando now so you can see how it turned out. And then I may come back and talk a little bit about it. I don't think I'll do a full pattern review on this, just simply because some things did not go as planned, and that's not the pattern's fault. Those are on me. I'll talk a little bit about those just to make you aware, and maybe it'll kind of be a little bit heartening for any of you guys who have experienced similar problems, just to know that we're all kind of in the same boat from time to time. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at the clips now. So while I'm modeling this for you guys, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the skirt, and then we'll jump back into the video. So it does have front pockets. It has a button fly, although there are options. You could make it into a zipper fly. And I think if I were to make this again or to make the pants version, I probably might try the zipper fly because I've never done that before. And I'll kind of do a little spin around. You can see all sides. It has back pockets, which is nice. Good place to put the phone. And waistband, I'll talk a little bit more about things that went wrong with the waistband when we jump back into the video. It's not the pattern's fault though. I think it had to be something that I did or didn't do. And what else? Yeah, otherwise, I think it's really cute. I do have plans to make a top that goes with the skirt a lot better than this, but that will come after I finish my McCall's dress. So I'll do one more little spin around and then we'll jump back into the video. So what did you guys think? I'm pretty happy with it overall. And there were really three kind of semi-major or major things that didn't really go well with this pattern. Again, it is not the pattern's fault. For one, and I mentioned this last time too, when I was doing the buttonholes for this, I was using the automatic buttonholer on my machine. And somewhere after the first two, so let me back up. I did a couple of practice buttonholes on a scrap and they turned out fine. They were perfect. And the first one or two on the skirt turned out fine. But then after that, it just kept going downhill. And what was happening was that halfway through the buttonhole, it would the machine would just stop and it would seem to kind of like forget the the layout of the buttonhole or the size of the button, and it would start cutting the buttonhole like short, like halfway through. So I had to just fudge my way through it and do the best that I can. So they're really not very neat at all, but that's okay. I can deal with that. And the second thing that kind of didn't go very well was that the waistband stopped a lot shorter in length than the actual skirt, like where they meet. So I had to kind of hide that, like work around it. There was a lot of skirt left over and the waistband stopped short. So there were two kind of things that I had to do. In the center back of the skirt, I had to do like a little bit of a pleat there, and it already has a dart on either side. So I had to do a small pleat just to take up some of that fabric on like the panel of the skirt. And then in the front, I had to make sure that I overlapped like one part of the waistband was long enough. It was the underneath part that was too short. So at least it worked out in my favor if there was an error. So I couldn't do a button on the waistband. So I just did a hook and eye on there. And it overlapped enough that I could do that. So not the end of the world, just a little bit annoying. And I'm trying to figure out like where I could have gone wrong. The only thing I can think of, and I haven't gone back to check this yet, was that I did do the full belly option for the skirt, and I'm wondering if there was another waistband uh, piece that was meant to go. Like if you choose the full belly option, maybe you should have chosen like a different waistband option, and I didn't do that. That's the only thing that I can think of. Other than that, I only printed out it's PDF pattern, and I only printed out just the single size that I needed. So I'm not still not sure like where I went wrong on that. But they had workarounds, so the skirt's wearable, and those two things you really wouldn't notice, especially if I wear a shirt that kind of doesn't get tucked in and overlaps the waistband, which I always will do. But the one thing that kind of didn't go optimally, that definitely was my fault, no ifs, ands, or buts, it's a little bit snug. And I think that's definitely, I've gotten so used to Love Notions patterns like fitting me so well, the ones that I've made, that I kind of stopped checking measurements. And I'm wondering if maybe since my last Love Notions bottom make, which was a pair of pants, that maybe I've gained a few pounds or something because it's a little snug. I could still get it like all the way buttoned up and closed at the waistband, but there's no extra room at all. So that's definitely like that's a rookie mistake, and I made it. Anyway, overall, it's wearable, it's cute, I like it. And that's about all I have to share with you guys. Let me know what you're working on this weekend. Let me know how the weather is in your part of the world. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.